All right, shooter, this will be your Department of State Glock 19 qualification course of fire first attempt. It will count for record. Remember, for any saved or alibi rounds, in the event of a stoppage or malfunction, you must do appropriate immediate action. Tap the bottom of the magazine, rack the slide to the rear, sight in, and attempt to fire if time allows or necessary. Shooter, at this time, with the magazine of 15 rounds, load to the DS carry. Shooter, at this time, eject the magazine from your weapon. Keep the weapon in the holster. With that extra spare round, load the magazine. And go ahead and make sure that magazine is fully seated in your weapon system. All right, shooter, your first stage of fire from the 25-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 4 rounds standing. You will take a knee, engage the target with 4 rounds kneeling in a time limit of 20 seconds. 4 rounds standing, 4 rounds kneeling, 20 seconds. Shooter, stand by. Threat. Shooter, your next stage of fire from the 15-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the targets with 6 rounds standing in a time limit of 10 seconds. 6 rounds standing, 10 seconds. Shooter, stand by. Threat. Shooter, your next stage of fire from the 7-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 2 rounds. You will combat reload and engage the target with 5 rounds in a time limit of 11 seconds. Shooter, stand by. Threat. 5 rounds, 5 rounds. Shooter, your next stage of fire from the 7-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 5 rounds standing, 6 seconds. 5 rounds, 6 seconds. Shooter, stand by. Threat. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Shooter, your next stage of fire from the 3-yard line. On the command, you'll gauge the target with 5 rounds standing in 4 seconds. 5 rounds, 4 seconds. Shooter, stand by. Threat. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Shooter, your next stage of fire from the 3-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 2 rounds, 2 seconds. 2 rounds in 2 seconds. Stand by. Threat. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Again, 3-yard line, 2 rounds, 2 seconds. Stand by. Threat. And one more time, 2 rounds in 2 seconds. Stand by. Threat. All right, shooter, your next stage of fire from the 3-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 5 rounds in a total of 4 seconds. Strong hand only. Strong hand only. That weak hand in the small of your back. After you have completed your 5 rounds in 4 seconds, transfer the weapon to your weak hand, point it at the base of your target, and stand by. 5 rounds, 4 seconds. Stand by. Threat. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Transfer to your weak hand. All right, shooter, your last stage of fire from the 3-yard line. On the command, you'll engage the target with 4 rounds, 4 seconds, weak hand only. 4 rounds, 4 seconds, weak hand only. Shooter, stand by. Threat.